Many
They're
Maniac.
about the game.
Yeah, they're just speed run, and we are playing, going straight into a little hard to see with the text. Is that a 16? Yeah, the mug gaze. Forgot that Spubby actually uses yellow right laser. We have a few of those this tournament. Unsure if they're actually colorblind or they're just vibes. But we're seeing, it's on early combo drop from John.
I'm going to get the card draw in front of me briefly so we can see the song. It's Liar World Monologue.
Yeah.
Feel bad I did not recognize the jacket. We are running.
And Spubby just holding this combo all the way through.
Just a few earlies on those notes. I know Spubby is.
And those streams there, that whole stream looks kind of brutal. So I'm excited. Yeah, we're seeing Nears drop from John there.
Those are so hard to time.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, that's rough.
That's brutal. That might be the deciding factor of the 16. That's a little messed up.
Only a few drops from them on all of that, though.
Still, this is still very clutchable.
It looks like Spubby with the tiniest lead right now.
Yeah.
This is like, it could be like 1 or 2 notes difference.
Yeah. Maybe a little more than that, but I think one section could change this as we finish this ending burst there. If anything pops up, it's one more. Oh, and that one hand, Spubby drops.
Early chain on those notes.
Yeah,
at the
early
end.
chain
Looks like
and a drop on the one hand, and this little last one hand to end it, just tanking Spubby at the end of there. And that will be song 1 going to John.
Let's see some gaming.
Golden puck so far for this little intro. We've seen that first near drop, and then combo just drops for both of them there. Expecting this to be a little slower, a little techier. Yeah, and we're seeing we're seeing a little bit of that tech there with these
Red
one
cards
hands.
that you don't see very
Yeah, we're
often.
seeing that one hands to start. Seeing hard for the viewers at home to see. We're seeing a little bit of struggling with some of these patterns. You can tell just like tension-wise. This is definitely a sight read.
We do not have Vocaloid players on deck right now, it looks like.
We do not have Vocaloid players on deck, it seems.
It definitely also seems like these are the kind of lasers that have a little bit more finesse to them than Slam's a part of this chart. And it looks like they're also still getting used to how the Nemesis Cavs
Yeah,
feel.
Nemesis Cav really messing it up.
Some hold misses on Spubby's side, it looks like. John still rocking that combo. It looks like he's figured out mostly what the chart's asking him for.
Yeah, so. Still seeing a few laser drops.
Ooh,
Don't know whether to, don't know whether to
FX
account that to Nemesis knobs or like what the, because this tech is a little messed up, especially for a 16, and that'll end it. But roughly 10 difference.
Oh yeah, it got real close. It looks like John's gonna take it over Spubby with both.
And
of those
that
songs
will
now.
be 2-0 for this set, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And here we go.
Let's see some games.
Did they just change the BGM again?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
That is funny.
That's dedication to the bit, 100%.
The console will probably be changed too.
Oh,
Yep,
word?
Gravity Wars console.
Holy moly.
This dude loves gacha. Okay, so far looking pretty standard. We're seeing a few nears drop.
Chart keeping it simple so far. I have a feeling this
Yeah.
is not the reason that it's a 16.
Well, this is a 15, right? So,
Man, you're smart.
yeah. Okay, here's the one-hands I was talking about earlier. This is like one of the introductory texts of full text there, just being able to like manipulate lasers as well as buttons. And it only gets more painful from here on out as you scale up the levels. But other than that, we're seeing a lot of straightforward buttons, and Crooked actually taking the lead right now.
Losing the lead by just a little
and
bit
there-
of those missed slams.
Yeah, we got that burst there. But Crooked's still holding it ever so slightly, but really anything could happen. We're only 500 in. And
There's going to be more lasers at the end. for
yeah,
sure.
more, seems very like methodical, like easy one-hands, which lend themselves well to the hardware that we are currently playing that is years old.
True.
Years and years old. Because if we were playing some of these newer charts with this hardware, it'd be slightly painful.
There it is.
Oh,
Yep, there's the
and then we have the
slowdown.
slowdown here. And Terrakun eating some nears and misses there. Oh, and they both just
Looks like
eating-
neither of them were prepared for how
and they're
much
just
faster the chart's going
eating
to
this
get.
speed change. Neither of them gear shifting. Only a 3 gap.
Oh my goodness.
That's kind of crazy. Crooked takes song 1 though.
Yeah, it was super close before the soft land. It was super close at the end of the soft land. It looks like they both ended up managing to handle it rather well.
Empire of Flame would be quite a funny chart to see these players play, because they are pushing 18s, and throwing them into an 18 power chart would be a little rough. And it appears Sopra was right. We're just seeing some pretty straightforward buttons so far. A little fast. Seeing our first combo drop from Terrakun, but it is still even as Crooked is kind of loosening their control on this a little bit, dropping some more nears. 1 near difference right now.
Crooked absolutely not phased by any of these rhythm changes. Catching a few slows, that's about it. I'd be surprised if either of these players were not familiar with this song, of course.
Yeah, but we're seeing some of these laser drops just from what I would assume is the hardware. To be honest, the hardware change again.
Getting S crits on these gallop motions, forgive me for my DDR chart.
Yeah. I mean, what else would you call it?
True.
You could just say 12s, but yeah. We're seeing a little weird one-hand part there.
It didn't look like any of the players, either of the players are getting tripped up by jacks at all. Really the other hardest thing about the song is just hammering those notes.
And we're just ending it with this little string section. Ooh.
Just tons of criticals on my screen.
And those lasers did not trip either of these players up. But will either of these one-hand sections be the decider?
Got tricked up by those slams again on Terrakun.
Terrakun dropping it a little bit. That may be the deciding factor to end this, unfortunately. Always love seeing a good clutch, but it is looking pretty in the bag for Crooked. And a 993 to end it.
993 on there.
Kinda nuts.
Second S of the stream. It's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
This is all notes. Tiny amount.
Yeah.
Tiny amount of
so
one
we're-
handing, if I recall correctly,
So we're just
but all
seeing,
like staircase.
yeah, so this will pretty much just come down to who has the better burst speed out of these two players.
I don't think we saw any bursts from players from their previous pool, so this is going to be knowledge to us.
Yeah, there's going to be a new like tier of notes.
Now I see John has a Cincinnati shirt on. Do you happen to know anything about this individual, or is this a home arcade gamer?
This is probably either a home or arcade legacy gamer,
Oh,
or
true.
just a UC alum who like happened to show up.
Well, factual.
or just really likes University of Cincinnati Bearcats.
Honestly, go Bearcats.
Yeah. Thanks for the well wishes, Porter. Hope you're doing all right.
We're out here gaming, that's for sure.
And we are getting in
They're
here.
on excessive, it looks like.
Oh.
I don't know if this was an intentional decision. I believe it is because Sid just came over to me and was really excited to see it.
Ooh, we're seeing power chart. Seeing a few of those nears drop.
Looks like Crooked is actually not super handling those cord stacks. A few laser drops from the turnaround.
Ooh, those roll walls. A little brutal. Ooh,
Drop
these
on
one
those
hands are a
lasers.
little sick and twisted on Nemesis Cab.
They're nutty.
But Crooked holding their own in there still, even though there's a little bit of that gap. I'm sure throwing on excessive is promoting a little more combo-based careful play. So these lasers are not getting dropped.
He might be attempting to tame his
And now
own
at the break,
nerves,
now at the
honestly.
break, get your free points in. And now we're just getting, and now we're out of the break, onto the chorus. So we'll
Let's see some more buttons get hit.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of buttons. Maybe saving the ending burst for a little later. Oh no, and there it is.
Oh, that roll wall.
And now we're just getting hit with roll walls.
Rough on
And
John.
I would expect maybe one more that could change the tide of this if Crooked so wishes.
Yeah, with density like that just placed anywhere in the chart, it's anyone's game at any point in time.
Lots of nears being dropped on both sides for these. Okay.
This is absolutely not an easy 16.
Absolutely no. This is a little evil for a 16 actually. But
About 13
John
difference.
ending it, which will be incredibly easy to tell.
I don't wish boost charts on my greatest enemies.
Well, hopefully this is not, and we shall figure it out.
It'll be a test of their ability to handle jank, that's for sure.
Nope, this is not a booth chart. An easy way for you to tell is actually those BT holds, because Sound Voltaic's booth didn't have any of those. They didn't have FX chip notes or BT hold notes. So this has to be from either Infinite Infection or onwards.
Picking up a miss on the slam
Yeah,
again.
that one hand right there was a little bit of a sight read killer for both of these players. Still keeping it even just by prospect of them both messing that sight read up.
Otherwise, it looks like they're both doing a good job of
Yeah,
handling
no.
the subdividing in these songs.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, now it's definitely not a
Oh,
good chart.
and
He
now-
left that laser off for a long time. That's going to be
Yeah.
hard on his score.
Yeah. Oh, but then Crooked dropping one in return. So this is still anybody's game. As long as these players keep bombing lasers or not bombing
These lasers themselves are not super technical, but just the way that the rhythms are lining up with those in the buttons can definitely.
And
like,
also
trip you.
it's gonna feel a little tighter these days on Nemesis. Especially coming from VM and Faust 2s and whatever other proprietary knobs. Coming back at a 10-year-old design.
And it
Still
looks like
close.
John is actually ahead now despite that laser drop.
Yeah. Well, John's been ahead, I think. Okay, we're seeing it calm down a little bit towards the end, and we are about to finish up with this ending burst there. Ooh. And that laser miss might have just cemented it, unfortunately. Ooh,
Oh,
the trill that
trill?
ended. Yeah, no, I would have loved to see hand cams too, unfortunately.
Absolutely vigorous handshake between the competitors.
Yeah.
But
Let's see, Glenn.
I think Terrakun has a bit of a full force advantage on here, so let's see what happens.
Booth was actually Night of Nights' first time being in any rhythm game.
No way.
So it is from this game.
That's crazy.
So, and this is most definitely a booth chart. Spubby dropping a little bit there. Terrakun handling the jank just ever so slightly better right now. Spubby dropping a good amount to pick this one off. This could still be anyone's game. This is a booth chart, so this sure has a lot of cheese.
It's certainly not a fun one to play.
No, I don't think a single booth chart actually remains fun to play.
Not having any problems with these one hands at all.
Think of Daichu, for example.
True.
There are many very infamous booth charts. But back to the match, though, because that's what actually matters here. Terrakun's still holding this pretty slight lead.
Looks
About
like
10.
for Spubby, all the adjustments have been made.
Yeah, so we just gotta hope that if this is to be brought back to even, it would have to be by a Terrakun flub, which is very possible in a
There's
booth
one
chart.
right there. It was about like a 10 million difference that got brought up a little bit by what I believe was a missed slam.
Gap is not widening much right now. Both players holding pretty steadfast. Just about to end it here.
Spubby missing just a little bit of
This is where it would have to happen from Terrakun, and it just does.
Almost.
But we are so close.
Almost on that drop
Two
slam.
difference. I don't see many lasers. Maybe the 17 is.
I can't read the groove radar from here.
I can read the groove radar, and it is pretty button focused.
I see.
It's like even, I would say. No tech, not much tech though. So
It is the gotcha buff. Terrakun does in fact have that.
the fairy dancing game. All right, and we are into song 2 right now. Let's see if Spubby can take it to game 3.
I think this is what I remember with the lasers, because when I was still doing 16s, that's the kind of stuff that would trip me out.
Ooh, that hold trill. A little sick and twisted here. So far, Terrakun taking another early lead despite dropping combo a lot in these sections. These one-hands may bring it back to Spubby, and they do.
Looks like Spubby has been practicing the
Yeah, the one-hand tech, but Terrakun just lacking there. Spubby getting up to about, like, roughly 400 combo, and there we just break that threshold. But it appears that they're even still.
not phased by those lasers at all, either player. There we go.
Ooh, and there's the first Spubby drop in a little bit. So now this just has to come up to Spubby clutching this up in the second half. Otherwise, Terrakun is just running with it. Ooh, little stream section here. Both players not dropping many mirrors. Very, very comfortable streams, even with those jacks.
Nothing but criticals on my screen right now.
Yeah, that hold stream was a little messed up.
Oh, those jacks though. Terrakun picking up a few drops on those.
Ooh, yeah. And then here's where it has to end. More of these little one-hands here. And that's it.
Ooh.
And Terrakun takes in a
Really
nail-biter
close.
2-0. But close, though.
Oh, close for both songs. Honestly, incredible.
Yeah. We're in there. Why is this dude hovering Daichu? Let's be serious.
Let's be serious.
Let's be for real.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to Cydia while you're talking about the chart. Is this the one with the 18 has the chords that like overlap each other on the drill?
No.
Never mind that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Disregard everything I just said.
I have a tuner on it, but who cares? We don't care about the 18.
Keep
We're here
that
for the
to yourself.
15.
I bet it's going to be hype. We're going to see a little bit of a techie 15.
we're seeing that first combo drop from Stubby on these lasers.
Having a little bit of difficulty getting adjusted to the Nemesis cap knock.
Yeah. This little 12th section always drops people some mirrors.
Neither player afraid of that burst. Probably continue to just kind of struggle with these lasers.
Which checks out, as unfortunate as it is.
Yeah, in a laser that's curve shaped like that, when you're adjusting to Nemesis cap, you just kind of turn it for longer than you think you have to.
Seeing one of the first drops from... One of the first drops from Crooked there. We may see a few more in this like laser section. Yep. Seeing a little more. Stubby could make it back here. Gap is pretty close right now.
Yeah, Spubby's S crits on this are just like maybe
just
have missed
crits.
a few.
We don't got S crits on these poverty cabs.
Just not dropping, having so many nears, so they're keeping the gap really
Oh,
close.
and Stubby is taking it back here in the stream section. We'll see if there's anything that can be done. It's still anybody's game, really. Especially with these one hands at the end. We could see a drop from Stubby. Oh, and that roll wall does it. Unless there's just,
it's so close,
unless there's
I
a
can't.
bomb.
Oh,
One near.
My gosh.
And that will decide it there.
It doesn't get closer than that at this point.
One near, 1 to 2, just taking it there. That's
after the 1 to 2 near difference between the last song. I am hyped to see this.
Ooh, these rhythms. Oh!
That is, in fact, a 16.
17 pattern mixed in there a little bit.
Syncopation for a little bit of jazz action, getting your players just a little off guard.
And
not
Crooked
too much.
and Crooked holding that. Oh, but these lasers gonna bring it back to Stubby. The swingy rhythm, Stubby seems to be handling a little better right now.
Definitely got a lot of practice.
This could change if we get more bursts like that intro. That was a little foul. So
Spubby handling those lasers like a champ.
Yeah,
that was getting a little confused by him.
To be fair, I would be confused by those too.
I don't know what I just looked at, to be honest.
It's moments like these, I wish we had a player cam, so the viewers at home could watch these players like actively tense up as they're sight reading.
Crooked getting some lates and then some misses on that little trill right there.
Still anybody's game if there is another like sick burst. That's a little silly.
Keeping it together on those jacks.
That's a little silly, but then ending with more lasers.
If that laser section looking like it gave Spubby a little bit more of a lead, bring it all
And
the way
a
up to
20
20
lead, roughly.
We get to see a third song.
Lord. We do. This is the first like song 3 that we've seen in a hot second. Have we? Not
Tell
that
me how
one.
you feel about Dawn of Asia.
Not that one. The other one.
The other one? Oh.
Cydia. I'm sure they're
Never
popping
mind.
off for Dawn of Asia.
Never mind.
This
I know
is
they're popping
pool 2.
I'm going to see some
We're
headbanging.
wrapping up pool 2 soon. Sorry.
You gotta hold it in. I know it's hard.
Oh, let's see with Ranker Killer Girl.
Everybody rocking it for this intro.
Yeah, we're holding UC pretty confidently. Ooh, first combo drop, and Spubby taking the lead here again.
Crooked not ready for these trills.
Those hold trills are a little brutal though. Especially like earlier one-hand trills. Just a little messed up.
Demanding a little bit of strength from your fingers, especially if you're not getting a good time to warm up.
A little hard to get warm up in this incredibly crowded arcade.
Exactly.
Still anybody's game. We're only hitting the halfway mark right now. Little cool off section. Get your free points in.
Being a little bit late on that laser, causing a drop on it.
Gotta love Nemesis now.
These bursts are not a problem for either player.
But those hold trills gonna give Spubby a little more trouble there. Still holding consistent into the 700. Approaching the end. Could still be a flub from somebody changing the trajectory of this.
Short song, so you gotta pack your advantage in
Yeah,
less
it's
time.
it's still looking kind of in the bag. But something could happen right here.
That's so close.
Oh, by one. 990 to 989. And that will
That's
take
good
it for
gaming right
Spubby.
there. That was so close for all three songs. That's intense.
That was kind of sick. Start of John versus Terrakun. I believe this is the last in the pool.
Last in the pool, okay. I'm
So-
joining in mid-pool, so
Yeah, so
I'm
no,
still
you-
getting oriented
So,
here.
oh, for sure. We may be on the cusp of a tiebreaker, depending on who wins this.
Okay.
All right. Starting off. John with a slight lead. Terrakun dropping a little.
Pretty tough laser section, but both players managed that pretty well.
Stream's a little more technical than what we've seen before in this pool.
Yeah, very technical for level
All
16.
all these cute little songs always got like the foulest tech in them.
Definitely.
More of those lasers. Terrakun starting to get into a rhythm, but John still has a big gap to sort of deepen that comfort. Ooh.
Ooh, tough laser section.
John's still holding steadfast through this all. Little break here for our protagonists.
Still very, very close.
Little 12th section here. Not too many nears being dropped. And here we go. We got a little chorus here. Nothing too crazy like the start yet.
Yep.
But I'm expecting a little bit of a burst to end it. Could be wrong.
That's generally how it goes.
Yeah. If the chorus isn't foul, they'll throw something at you. But no. This
Triplets there.
little
Still
tech
holding
stream
the chain
section.
really, really well.
Yeah, and John just holding. John only 890 to end it
Takes
with an
with
S.
a 91.
Good lord.
Wow.
And now we got Milk up next.
Very, very famous laser chart.
Yeah, so.
I believe the 15 exhaust is in the 8th dan.
I was going to say the same thing
Yeah.
actually. I think so. I know the 17 is in 10th.
Yeah, okay, that may be what I'm thinking of.
Maybe me too. All right, here we go.
But very dangerous chart. If any
Very
player...
dangerous, especially on Nemesis, and we're seeing
Oh, yeah.
Terrakun already dropping a little bit.
The BPM isn't too crazy, so both
Yeah.
players still have a chance of
So-
recovering if they do drop a laser, but still very, very devastating.
Yeah. Especially with this tournament using money score over EX score. You'll see a lot. Those lasers matter a lot more versus that 2EX you'll see on Valcap tournaments. So far, these lasers looking calm for both players.
Yeah, both players holding a very good chain here.
Very cute lasers, though.
Oh yeah, super cute.
John's still holding it.
Dropped the hold there, but still going pretty strong.
Ooh, holding this laser pretty steadfast. Anything could happen in this section, though. This is like the tech section, so if anything were to, it would be right here. A little bit of a drop.
One-handing section right here. And it looks like it's gonna wrap up.
It's pretty solidified.
Yep.
And there we go.
Another 991.
Another 991, and that will make it 2-0 for John. I believe they advance.
I
believe.
think
I will
so.
need to check. I will need to check this RGG.
Yeah.